Hey, this is part 2 of my React beginner tutorials, the baby tutorial, sorry, because it's very, very new for code newbies. Okay, so here today I'll be showing you how to pass HTML tags and elements with their attributes using strings into your, pass it into your JSX or React. Okay, so here I'm using a cloud editor, which is JSitter, so you don't have to show the import, export, and all that. It's already done by the hidden cloud editor already. So I'll just show you what is the basic thing to be done, just the code, that's it. Very easy, simplifies your work. So here in the JavaScript, in the HTML is div IDs root, done already for you. I've done it now. In JavaScript, I'm just using the main function is app function. So as I've mentioned last time, the standard code is export default function app, and then you have to return something every time in React, remember. So here it's what is it returning, because I want to display an image in my React app. So I'm returning image element. Yeah. So I'm using HTML markup here. You see how it's done using strings. So image and class name, but the class name is following the JavaScript because this is JSX. So it's following the JSX standard. So class name, and the class name is what? Avatar, because it's going to show an avatar or an image icon. Yeah. And the source, the attribute, remember HTML image element has the attribute called source. So src. So the source I'll be using here, I'm showing how to pass it using strings. So source equals the string, open and close, and inside that I'm going to show the link, the image URL. Now how do I do that? I first save the image on my phone or laptop on my device, and then I upload it to imgur.com. You may or may not have an account. You can do it with or without account, but with account is much better. So I upload the file, yeah, from the local device. And then the best part is the moment you upload into imgur.com, there you go, a nice cute kitty. It's showing the upload. Immediately you got the link, the image link with the JPEG or PNG, whatever. You just copy the link and then go back to your code here in the React, yeah, and the code editor there, and then insert this URL there in the source attribute. So source attribute equals, and then the code, the double quote. You can use double quote or single quote, but I'm using the double quote, and then the link that I copied from there from my Imgur app, or you can have it in the app or the Windows, whichever. Yeah, and here I just copied it and alt. So alt, it's up to you what you want to write, like my cat or the name or whatever. So here I'm just writing cat because this is just to show you that, because alt is another attribute of image tag in HTML, as you know already. Then image is self-closing, so you see the slash over here. So it's a self-closing tag. And then that's about it, just returning that. Then you also need to write in, for the JavaScript JSX, you also need to write for your React, according to the new terminology, you have to write const root equals react dom dot create root. This is the very standard method that you need to write in order to render whatever you have coded here, like the image you have coded here. You want to render it on the screen, you need to do this. So const root is react dom dot create root document dot get element by ID within the double quotes root, right? Because remember, div ID equals root in your HTML. So that's why you're doing this code. Yeah. And then after that, because earlier you just needed to do the render in one line. Here it's you have to write the react dom.create root also, because you're using a cloud. Whenever you're using a cloud editor, you need to follow this standard line. Yeah, otherwise it won't be rendered accordingly. Okay, so document.get element by id root, and then root.render. What do you want to render? In the parenthesis, you have to write what do you want to render? What is the component? Here is the app component, right? So you write that down. Had it been some other component, you write the name of that. And you're writing the slash because in React you show the component this way, if you remember. As per my last class, there you go. It's already rendered and you are done. That's it. So see you in the next class with the next episode. So I'm showing bit by bit only. Now here I am just showing you how to add the library React because when you're using a cloud editor, you just go to the library part and add the libraries and JS module. You have to add the module Babel and JSX. So if you do that likewise, it becomes much easier. You can use any cloud editor, whether it's JSetter or Replit or any other cloud editor as a beginner. So it simplifies your work. That's about it. See you in the next. Don't forget to smash the